Hey everyone, my name is Angelo and I have another NFT project review for you. This project is called the Based Walrus Collective, and I had a live interview with the community manager, Egog. Make sure you really listen to this episode because in there, you'll see how you can win a free NFT from this NFT project. I hope you enjoy. Also, of course, I do a two-part series, one on the project and one on somebody looking to build a project. And I go on the inside with Egog and talk about what it's like to be a community manager and what to look for in one and what one would look for in a project. We're going to be talking about an NFT project called Based Walrus Collective. And I have the community manager here, Egod, with us, who's going to walk us through everything. So everybody feel free to ask questions about the project as we go along. I'm going to be talking about the project and getting some information for us, and as well as a giveaway, right? We're going to do a giveaway.
Yeah.
And maybe you can give us more information later on about that. And also later, the second part will be more about, we'll see what happens, but it's more about somebody looking to create an NFT project or a community. But the first part is mainly about the project itself. So as we go along, feel free to ask any questions. So anything you'd like to add to that?
No, that was pretty spot on. We're basically just going to go through and share all the information that we have. So
All right.
the
So,
idea is we are like a cheaper project, everything like that. So that way we're easier entry for a lot of newcomers to the NFT game. So
that's important because there are a lot of projects out there that ask for a lot for somebody to come in, and we'll definitely just talk about maybe we can talk a little bit about that when we get into that, like what makes it cheaper compared to the others. Maybe some of the people here listening aren't very familiar what a cheap NFT project is compared to some of the others.
yeah,
um, which is good because I mean a lot of new people coming in, they don't know what's new, like what's normal or not, so it's just brand new to them in general. So Base Walrus Collective is an NFT project. And of those who don't know about NFTs, please direct message me or feel free to direct message Egod, and I'm sure we can help explain so that you can see this. But the community normally on NFT projects, and I say normally, usually meet on Discord. And I'll put a link to the Discord in the description after this live video. I'm sure there's a way to put one up here, and I'll have to figure it out at some point. Maybe in the comment. Maybe you could put the Discord in
yeah,
the comment. So the majority of NFT projects meet on an app called Discord. And to be honest, if you're not familiar with it, it is a little bit hard to understand, a little bit hard to get used to at first. But hey, Alwyn. But yeah, he just put it up there, and I think I can pin that. Can I pin that comment? Yes. So people can click on that. And oh, you know what? I wonder if you could copy that, and if you put the link. Oh, there's no link. We still have to figure that out. But if you're interested in joining the Discord, the link there is right there pinned. But most NFT projects meet on Discord, and it's an app that it's really it's a lot better than most of the apps that I know out there, where you get to talk directly, I'll say, with the leaders of the project, and the leaders talk to the community, and there's a lot of communication going back and forth, and someone like Egod takes that information and sort of will in some cases redesign what they provide the community based on the feedback. So it's a really great place to meet people, to talk to the people who are in charge of things. And in this case, again, we're talking about the Based Walrus Collective. And to start off, Egod, can you tell us a little bit about what is the project, the theme of the project when people go into it? Like, what are we getting ourselves into? Walruses must be part of it.
Yeah, walruses are definitely part of it. So I'll give you a small little example. Remember, a month or two ago when I was saying there's always a method to my madness? So the other night
Yes,
I
always a
ended up,
method to your madness.
yeah, so I ended up showing the movie Tusk. It's from like 2014. It stars like Justin Long. It's written by like Kevin Smith and directed by him. But there was a funny little line in there, and this is why I ended up showing it to the server. And it was, we're here to answer the age-old question of, whether man is truly a walrus at heart or not.
Okay.
That's
So that's
basically
how
it.
it started.
Yeah, that's kind of how it started. Is walruses. It was just hadn't really been done before, and there's nothing walruses out there, so it's just like, here's something new.
Awesome. And so this concept now, was there already art out there that you kind of matched the two together? How did that work?
So basically, I was actually contacted by the team for the Based Walrus Collective. The founder of it, Tusk, aka Swell, he had basically seen what I was doing on Cabones, the work I'd done there, how I grew it basically, right? So that's where he was like, okay, we need you in here, and as soon as I'd seen just the previews that he had done, right? Like with there's like 3 or 4 walruses at that point. And I was just like, I'm in. That was
Okay.
it for me. It was just, I seen them and I was just like, yeah, I'm in.
Okay, so the art kind of attracted you, and Swell, who you met in the Cabones project, already saw what you did. And for those who are not familiar, I came into the Cabones when it was only around, I would say, less than 1,000 members. That's when I came in. When it launched, I believe there was over 20,000, right?
We were at 30,000 when it launched. Yeah.
Yeah, 30,000. And so EGOD was the community manager of that project. And so even though Cabones kind of had their rough spot, what was neat to see, hey, everybody, what was neat to see was how even out of that, a new project came out because Swell was a member of the Cabones and teamed up with EGOD here to create the Base Collective, Based Walrus Collective. Or
Yeah.
if you're in the Discord, it's BWC.
Yeah. BWC.
Okay, BWC. So the theme is walruses, and let's talk about the art. So is there a base walrus?
Yeah. Yeah. So there's a few walruses. I actually had a hand in making one of the walruses for the collection.
Oh, you
So
yourself.
I've now actually left a mark on the collection in a sense, in a positive way at least.
Awesome.
So there's a Waldo walrus that we made.
A Waldo. So like, where's Waldo?
Yeah, like where's Waldo? And he's going to
Okay.
be one of 10 one of ones within the collection.
Okay.
So every NFT, like for a collection like this, is technically a one of one. But what I'm
Yeah.
talking about is, how there's like curated pieces within a collection that can be
Yes.
like, there's none other like it,
Yeah.
not even remotely. That's
Right.
this one.
And
So
you
it'll be
created
one
it.
of 10. I helped create it. Yeah.
You
Basically,
helped
I
create
came
it.
up with the concept and design for it. Once I pieced it together, gave it the colors, everything like that, Tusk seen it, and he's like, yeah, okay, we gotta do it. So
Okay.
there's a Waldo walrus in the collection.
Wow. So is there special things we're gonna do with this walrus? Like try to create games from it or something,
I think
or
that's the general
it's
idea.
a general idea.
I can't release too much on Roadmap 2.0 yet.
Okay.
That will be released upon the launch, the 2.0, because obviously once you hit the 100%, you got to move on to the next step, right?
Right,
And like that
right.
with a lot of failures that I've noticed on other projects too, is that they'll hit that 100% and then they don't really adjust their roadmap, not for like maybe a month or two. And in which case it's like, okay, well, celebration was done back then. We need to deal with this now, right? So
Mm.
when your floor goes to like 0.01, maybe you should do something about that, right?
Point oh one, yeah. Well, I mean, for each project, it's interesting how they react when they get to certain types of floors, depending on the community and all that. For all of you who have just joined, thank you. Feel free to ask any questions about the project. We're reviewing the Based Walrus Collective, and we have with us Egod, who is the community manager, and he's having fun here with explaining the project. So, talking about the roadmap, let's start from the beginning. Is there a whitelist that people can join, or is that closed at this point?
So the whitelist is actually still open.
Still
Uh,
open, and how
yeah,
does
still open.
somebody get on that?
Okay, so it's going to be real simple. You see
Okay,
that pinned link
we
down at the bottom?
yes,
Literally
everybody
just
see
go
that
in
pin
there,
link?
and then they'll see there's like a little channel for whitelist form. If they fill
Yeah,
that out before, like within the first 500 on the list, they're on the list. That's it.
that's it.
That simple.
That's simple. Did you hear that? So click the pin link if you're wanting to get on the whitelist for this project, and that will take you to their Discord. There's a channel called
Whitelist form. Yeah.
Whitelist form. And did you pin the form or something in the channel?
I can. Just one second here. Oh, yeah, yeah. The form is actually pinned in the channel itself. So
Okay.
there's like a link at the very top that'll like a Google Docs link. It'll allow you to access the form, and that's that. It's just fill it out, and you get the white walrus roll. That's a tongue twister.
Okay. And as being the part of this whitelist, what do people get?
So being on the whitelist actually gets you access to the pre-sale. The pre-sale, originally the price was zero point zero 0.04 ETH, but we've actually lowered it to 0.03 ETH.
Zero point zero 0.03
So
ETH. Okay.
0.03, yeah. So it's basically an incredibly easy access point for NFTs, especially when you compare it to most other projects. A lot of projects right now are launching anywhere in between 0.05 and zero point 0.1.
Yeah.
So, and I've even seen a project launching at 0.3, and I was like, "Are you kidding? In this market, are you kidding?" But they did,
Yeah.
and it didn't sell overly great. So, kind of taking some notes from other projects there, and it's just like, you know what? Let's reduce the supply, let's lower the price, and the community loves it. They really do. They like when it's put to them in the right terms.
Mm.
They don't look at it as, oh, well, we're going from 10,000 to 3,333, and we get less. Like they look at it as we just got reduced by 2/3, and that makes the remaining 1/3 more valuable, more rare.
Yeah. Yeah.
And like that's
So
honestly the right way to look at it. It's essentially the equivalent to burning NFTs before they're even made, realistically.
mm,
It's just reducing the supply before it's out.
yeah. So there's 3,333 of them. Is there a significance to that number or
Basically, we just decided to cut the collection into thirds, and it was like, okay, well, let's down to 1/3. We had
okay.
looked at doing in half and just down to 5,000, but it just felt cleaner at like a 3,333. So we went with it.
Okay.
Gut
No,
instinct.
fair enough. So then, so you get on the whitelist, which sounds like you're getting a discount compared to
Yeah.
the public. Is
Yeah.
that
So you're getting a discount. Sorry, one second here, just grab a drink. So you're getting a discount. You're literally getting, early access to the actual sale itself, right?
mm-hmm.
So the pre-sale will be on November 22nd.
November 22nd?
The launch will be on the 23rd, and then we do the reveal on the 24th.
Okay.
And there's a reason why we picked the 24th.
Why is that?
National Walrus Day.
Now, okay.
If you
Perfect.
Google it, it's mostly in Russia, but the World Wildlife Fund, they do celebrate it too.
Okay.
So we figured it
It's
was a fun
fitting.
little way to celebrate Walrus Day.
All right. Perfect. I don't think you could have picked a better day. Okay, so all right, so I mean, you just gave us a whole bunch of information there. So a whitelist, if you're not familiar with the whitelist, usually gains you access, and in this case, discount, which is an extra perk compared to most projects out there, and that was at point zero 0.03, and then you're saying the public sale is at point zero 0.04,
Yeah,
and the I'm sorry, I didn't write it down. So the launch date, the pre-launch date is again just
on November 22nd.
November 22nd,
And
and
then the
the
launch is on the 23rd, and Walrus Day, which is the reveal, is on the 24th.
4th. Okay, what do we have times for those, or is it still kind of being
I believe
discussed?
it's 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on those
Okay,
days. So, and reveal would be 24 hours after launch. So, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Walrus Day as well. So, basically, by doing pre-sale with nothing revealed for that pre-sale day and the launch day until reveal day, that's basically 2 days where people have an opportunity to potentially flip the rarest or flip the least non-rarest, but like there is that potential where you won't know what's what until the reveal. So
mm-hmm.
market floor will climb. It's
Yeah,
usually how it works is
usually
people don't
is.
know what they have and they sell it off at higher values to compensate and just like, hey, I might have this, I might not. You
Yeah,
won't know, but quite often, and we watched it with Cabones, when there is no reveal, that floor just climbs and climbs and climbs. So
yeah, we kind of see like a two peak. We see the at the pre when the pre-launch goes, the secondary market will go up for those who purchased. Then the public will come through, and
mhm.
then again, right before the reveal, another pump will come up, and then there's sort of like this what we call paper hands crash. And I think this is important that a lot of communities, because I feel, and not to distract from the walrus, a lot of communities go in there, new people go in, and they don't expect the floor to crash, and they get scared, and then they leave the project thinking it's gone sour. But it's just the normal flow of projects, and it's normal once you get into it. So if you're new, you're going to see the price go up, and then it will probably come down a little bit right at the public sale, then go back up before the reveal. Then after the reveal, we have these what we call whales who come in and purchase a whole bunch of them, looking for rares, and then they'll just sell them off for whatever reason. And so there's multiple opportunities in the way that the Based Walrus Collective has put in there that you can buy the walruses. And there's only 3,333, and the typical NFT project has 10,000. So the supply is very limited. And with the Discord membership of 2,000 or so,
uh,
creeping up to
close
three,
to yeah, close to three. Let me check here. We're at 28.79 at the moment. So
although that's not a true indication of how many people are going to buy, it is a good comfort level to know that there's a lot of people who are interested in the project. So, how many traits do we have on these walruses that are going to come out?
oh there's quite a few. There's quite a
Okay.
few.
Well, then let's talk about
I
the.
think there's about at least 100 different traits in various
Okay.
forms. I probably shouldn't say this. I might get myself in a little bit of trouble, but I have seen a few of the more rare traits.
Okay.
Um, One I can essentially tell you to look out for is like a necklace piece. I'm gonna just
Okay.
leave it at that. It's
A necklace piece. We got some insider information.
well again that'll just be like one of the more rare ones or whatever. But like we even got like a Waldo walrus, right? So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. So then let's talk about then the minting process. So I go in either on the pre-sale or the public sale or even the secondary market. But let's talk about the sales themselves. When the NFT is being created, are the traits are the traits already assigned and then I randomly get a NFT, or is it when I'm going to mint the NFT, it gets all the traits get generated right there at mint?
So usually the traits happen at mint in that sense, right? Like they're usually randomly generated then, but it's also based off like what number you have, right? So
Mm,
usually they'll just like pre-assign the traits to like on their server, whatever that way, where it's already predetermined where the NFT's already been created. But
okay.
the randomizer itself on the smart contract, it can only select so many, right? Where it's basically saying,
Yep.
okay, I need this trait, this trait, this trait. So it has to then pull from what's left, right? And that's
Yeah.
essentially kind of how it works.
Okay. And minting is going to be on the website.
Yes. So the website, I'll actually just post a link down in here. 1 second here. So
Would you rather me pin the Discord or the website link?
um, Discord is fine. Discord is fine because
Okay.
they can get the website link on the server as well. But I'll just post it here real quick for them, and that way, if they just want to check out the website from here as well, uh, then they can do that.
So if you just joined us, I'm talking to Egod, who is the community manager of the Based Walrus Collective, and he's walking us through the NFT project that he's the community manager of. And right, we have pinned is the link to the Discord to get right in there and talk with Egod. And if you stick around, he's gonna give us an opportunity to win a free NFT from the collection. So pretty excited about that. And we have talked about a lot of things here. Let me make sure I haven't. Let's see. Let's talk about so 0.03 is the Ethereum. Let's talk about the roadmap. In 1.0, you talked about 2.0 is a little. We got the curtains covered over that, which is fine. Let's get through 1.0 first. Let's walk us through the roadmap. I'm going to give you 0.03 ETH. I can expect what on my journey through roadmap one.
All right. So roadmap one is basically, we launch. That's the 0%. That's basically, the walruses. As Tusk has written here, several reports of walrus sightings located in the metaverse. Launch imminent, right? So,
Okay.
at 20%, that's where we're doing a community give back. So, 10 random walruses. Walrus NFTs, to make that clear, we're not actually mailing any walruses. Uh, so 10 random holders for the walruses will have a walrus airdrop to their account.
Mm-hmm.
So like
Okay.
that's just at 25% right there, right? At 50%, the herd, that's what we refer to ourselves as, the herd of
The
walruses,
herd.
right? So
Okay.
the herd begins to surface from the shallow waters, community wallet filled with 5 ETH. Then from there, 75%, we keep our oceans clean. A certain amount of ETH will be donated to, an ocean charity of basically the community's choice. It'll be a community vote.
Okay.
And at
Awesome.
100%, there will be 3,333 walruses officially beach themselves on the metaverse. So
All right.
at that point, community wallet will be filled with another 5 ETH, and it'll be used for like giveaways, buying the floor, things like that, right? Even further project development. And then finally, once we hit that 100%, that's where we can then reveal the roadmap 2.0, which actually, if you go on the server, in the actual roadmap section, it actually says down at the bottom, beyond 100%, and then roadmap 2.0. So like, they're clearly planning ahead. They're clearly thinking this out. They're taking the time to actually like go through and explain things to people, what will happen with the collection, things like that. As for the actual utility of the walruses itself, nothing has been officially confirmed that way. But from what I do know, it looks like there might be some sort of walrus based game involving the Where's Waldo wallet.
Okay.
So as I was saying to you earlier, there's basically a kind of like a curated piece within the actual collection. The Waldo Walrus, we call him Wally. Um, intellectual property sake, we call him Wally, even though that was
Okay.
Waldo's original first name.
Yeah. Well,
But he's one of 10 in the collection that are kind of curated, where there's like just one of one. There's nothing else like it. And I have a feeling that there's going to be some sort of like merchandise game, whatever, centered around finding Wally.
okay. That'd be fun.
And again, nothing confirmed that way or anything like that, but like I call it gut feeling.
Okay. All right. When you talk about metaverse, are we talking, or we haven't decided yet, Decentraland, Sandbox, or?
Well, and that's something that hasn't been decided yet. I think that will be officially announced in that sense as part of the 2.0 or maybe even eventually 3.0 when they're getting through their actual plans. So,
Okay. All right. Talk about the community. How would you explain to somebody if they were joining? I think part of one of the things when you get into an NFT project is making sure that, you know, you kind of jive with that community. How would you explain the character or the feel of the community of this project?
um, very lighthearted.
Okay.
We joke a lot. Yeah, there's a bunch of us that just love smoking weed. So
Okay.
we're a very relaxed crowd in that sense. The walruses are not very aggressive. Um, they're very lounge about, lazy kind of deal. There's times where it'll just be like you feel like there's crickets going off in there, and then all of a sudden it explodes with chatter for like hours. So
Okay.
um, it's a weird feel at times. I think some of it might depend on time zones and like availability of staff that way as well. Um,
Yeah.
but there's only so much you can do, right? Like Walmart can't have a store open 24/7 all the time, right? And like the
Right.
odd place can, but like not every place can, right? So
Right.
it's essentially the same idea. It's we try to fill where we can, but obviously like if there's like 3, 4 of us on the East Coast and no one in Malaysia to be able to handle handle issues,
Yeah.
then yeah, we get the odd time where staff isn't available, but like generally when we come on that morning, the next day, whatever, we make a point of like going through and just, okay, we can answer here, 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 so on. So
Well, that's important that you said that because I've been to some projects and I don't mind them being on the other side of the country and I'm talking out there and there are crickets. Um, but sometimes I feel like I'm still not acknowledged, especially in a big community if it's huge. So having a more close-knit community where someone is, looking out and going through and really acknowledging those, I think goes a long way to some of the other projects. Um, and that's kind of neat. So I would say then it seems like, if I understand you correctly, is it's kind of like a laid back. Um, would you say that conversations feel like it's not choppy, like you kind of just roll right into it after you guys start getting back together, or do you feel like it's a little awkward to get conversations going? Um,
uh, well, and like that's the thing. When you get new people into a server, you're going to have people that are going to, be a little bit choppy or a little awkward initially. But usually, once most people get the feel and the vibe of the chat flow and the people within it, not a problem. Not a
okay.
problem. It's usually most people take that moment to adapt and like, huh, this is different than what I'm used to, and then they just jump right in. You know what I mean? It's like finding
Yeah,
a pool on a hot summer day. It's just like you can't help it. You got to jump in.
you got to jump in. All right. Then let's talk about the leadership. How would you? Who are the leaders of the group? Who you can um, expose or not expose, but talk
Oh,
about?
I'm
And
gonna expose all of them. You're in for it, Tuck. You're in for it.
yeah, if you could talk about who does what in the project and what can you tell us about them? It doesn't have to be a big thing, just a quick blurb about the leadership.
So they have an individual that basically creates like the traits for them and everything like that. His name is actually Don. God, that's I'm just like, please not Haish, please not Haish. No, no, it's not Don Haish, but they do have an artist named Don that basically created all the trait pieces for them and everything. And then from there, the main players on the actual team itself would be Baculum and Tusk. Oddly enough, both are named after whale parts. Don't look into Baculum. Just don't Google it. You don't want to know.
Okay.
Um, yeah, so they're the main players. Baculum is like the dev in that sense, like he's doing the code, the website, everything that way. And then Tusk, he's basically, you know, the guy piecing it together and kind of handling the logistics of it and everything like that. From there, you have the staff kind of deal. We're not officially community managers, but we're community managers. That would be myself and Enigma. So you just can't split up a pair. You
Yeah.
can't.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
when you got magic between two people or whatever, you just can't split up that pair. Uh, and actually, I watched a server recently try to kind of do that, and they took Enigma on and not me. And as much as I love all the guys there and all, you know, love their project, it's just you warn some people.
Yeah.
They don't
Okay.
listen, and that's that. So. um, But yeah, so there's myself, Enigma, Tusk, Baculum, Dawn. Now Dawn, I don't believe is on the server, but they are in contact with them, everything like that. From there, we do have some mods as well. Not the usual mods that you would expect, like Bert and Priya, but these mods are actually pretty decent. A lot of them are actually new to the NFT space themselves.
Okay.
So that's kind of given us some insight as well, where it's like, well, what do you guys think, right?
Mm.
So whenever we're discussing something that way, we, you know, allow them to like put their input in and like kind of be part of the overall solution, because again, it's sink or swim together as a community. It really is. Like
Yeah.
you could have, you know, 200 people that, you know, list all their whatever for, you know, 0.2 or less, and you got everyone else listing for 2 ETH and higher.
Mm.
That 200 is going to drag the floor down, right? So
Right.
sink or swim together, literally.
All right. Well, it's fitting for walruses, I think.
Yeah, well, we can swim regardless. So ironically enough, the only natural predators for walruses is polar bears,
Oh, really?
orca whales, and sharks.
So those three. That's
Those
it.
three. And all three are ironically market terms: bears, whales, and sharks.
That's true. Yeah.
So
Okay.
that with
Or
walrus days
walrus.
signed.
Yeah. Guess so. Gosh.
Signed from the e-gods.
Yeah, right. Sorry, just going through my notes right here, making sure I hit upon everything. Okay, I think that was everything. Is there anything you'd like to talk to us about the project itself that I may have not brought up?
Well, we do have like contests constantly. I think we actually just are about to finish an invite contest.
Okay.
So might be a little late getting in on that one. Depends on how many people can be invited in by an individual as well. But we do watch for bots and everything as well,
Mm,
like actively all the time. So no cheaters.
no
Cheaters won't win.
cheaters.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
We try to literally look out for our community in every way possible. So
Awesome.
so that's something
I
I'm actually quite proud to be a part of.
trying to. So how do you? Well, I guess we can get into that in the next section. How do you handle those bots? That's a good question. I forgot to ask you. I'm assuming it's Ethereum, an ERC 721,
Yeah.
correct?
Yes.
Okay.
It's
Uh,
720.
yeah. Okay. Um, all right. So yeah, I think those are all the points that I look for in a project myself are, we talk about transparency, which we got right here. We know now we can put a face
If
to
you want
EGOD.
transparency, Tusk is in AKA Swell. He's incredibly active in the community. It's not like a Heish or a Godfather situation. It's like he's in there daily at some point. He still right now is working as his 9 to 5. It's actually 1 till 9 in the afternoon or whatever that way. But like even when he's on break, he's popping in, he's checking in. Like
Okay.
he's in there daily. And hey, how's it going? And yes, we got this, and yes, you can join our whitelist, and that's a whole different,
That's great.
than what
That's
we're
great.
used to or what we've seen in the previous project. So
Yeah, that's great. That's good to hear.
yeah.
Um, yeah, so then what about the free giveaway? What can
Ooh,
we
how
do
do you want to do
there?
that? So
Um,
basically, I was thinking we could give away like a free walrus. However you want to do that, though, it's your show. We could basically verify the winner through Twitter or Discord in that sense. So
okay.
however you want to do that.
Um, I say if you're watching this either on the replay or live, if you can, would you rather them contact me and then I kind of give you
Yeah, we
who
can
are
do it
the
that way.
people?
Yeah, we can do that.
So so here's the thing. In order to get the giveaway, first of all, you have to jump on the Discord and make sure you're in there. So we have the Discord link pinned there. So join the Discord. Make sure you're active. I'm going to check in on you. I'm in
Oh,
that Discord. So I'm going to check in on you, make sure that you're talking and not just saying hello. But I also
we
want you to
actually have a way to measure how active people are. So do you remember the activity roles I had done for Capone's before the ownership roles?
yeah, yeah.
We did something very similar, actually. So one of the earliest roles that you can get is calves, because
Okay.
that's what they call baby walruses, is calves.
All
And
right.
seeing as they're sea cows, we named the next role cows. The role above that, bulls. From
Okay.
there, heard loud and clear, heard. Uh, After that, what was it? Ivory tusk? Yeah, ivory tusk.
Okay.
And then golden tusks.
Golden
So
tusk.
that was golden tusk was kind of a play on golden guns
Okay.
from like 007.
That's cool.
And then after that is platinum tusk. And platinum tusk, that's level 25. So it's
Level
basically saying
25.
that like you've been in there, you've been active, so on, right, for like quite some while. The first 10 people to hit platinum tusk will receive a free NFT walrus as well.
Oh, wow. Okay. So you
And
heard that. That's
yeah,
separate from what we're doing.
separate. And on
Okay.
top of that, one of the 10, so basically instead of like a regular walrus NFT or whatever that they'd win for reaching platinum tusk,
Yeah.
one of the 10, and it'll be chosen by raffle essentially out of the 10, will
Okay.
receive one of those one of one curated ones
Okay.
from the collection. So
Awesome.
we're literally rewarding our most active people in the server with like
Okay.
some of the most valuable ones in the collection.
What's the level for a calf?
Level for calf, I believe, is like level 3 or 5, something like that.
Okay.
I'd have to double
So
check. It's been a while since I programmed them all in. So
how about this? So somebody has to join the Discord. They have to become they have to reach the role of a calf.
calf might be a little easy. Let's set them for yeah, actually calf should be fine because we're giving them like what 24, 48 hours, something like that.
Something like that.
Okay,
So join the Discord,
calf work.
calf. Um, if if we don't get a winner, will we continue it on?
Oh
Like if
yeah, yeah.
somebody doesn't
We
get it before. Okay.
yeah
So the
we can.
first person to join the Discord, um, reach calf level, and we'll have them direct message. Can they direct message you? Or is that
They
not okay
no,
for?
they actually can just have them maybe tag me.
Okay.
Have them ping me and let me know to check the DM or whatever that way, because otherwise, there's so many DMs per day still. So I'm still getting about 4K per day from Cabones and so on.
Okay. Oh, wow.
Yeah,
So
it's
yeah,
ridiculous.
so let eGod know that you're DMing him and you have to answer this question. So I know that you watch this. What is Tusk's AKA name?
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one.
All right. So
Oh,
so those three things. So you have to join the Discord, get to CAF, and direct or message eGod that you're going to tell him the answer to this question. Who is Tusk's nickname or real name or AKA name?
yeah. What's his Twitter handle?
What's his Twitter handle? And then you'll be entered into the raffle with whoever else gets to this. Yeah, you'll get entered in for a free Based Walrus Collective.
Yeah, and if you continue being active on the server and manage to reach up to that Platinum Tusk thing, the level 25, that goes after launch too. It's literally the first 10 people to reach it. So like,
Okay,
if you don't reach it within a week and there's still like 7 slots open for the first 10 there, like go for it. Because that's
awesome.
a free Walrus NFT, right? And then
And
you're also one of the 10 that could possibly receive the curated piece in that sense. And even which, I don't know which curated piece it'll be. I know there's 10 of them. I know that Waldo is one of them.
yeah,
But yeah, that's it.
okay, awesome. So I think we'll end the discussion of the project unless there's something else you want to take up or
No,
talk about.
that's everything's pretty spot on that way. So yeah, it's we can move on if you want.
Okay, so now so there you have it, another project review. Hope you enjoyed it. Now I'm going to go into a deep discussion with EGOG about a community manager and understanding some things that we need to know, and we'll also get some helpful tips. I hope to see you there. If not, I'll see you next time on the next review.